Hello there, good afternoon. I am Baba Tando. I have the latest in the world of sports. Let's get talking right here, right now, and we'll begin here on the local scene because the pre-season training of Hearts of Oak has suffered a major setback. Now, this is because Nana Kwame Asamoah went to visit the team at training, and he saw a few things that were not too, fine for pre-season, especially for a big club like Hearts of Oak. He comes through with this report.
Assistant coach of Accra Hearts of Oak, Henry Wellington, has revealed that only 4 out of the many players in the club have reported for pre-season training. The Accra-based club commenced pre-season this week to prepare for an upcoming game against arch rivals Kumasi Asante Kotoko at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium in Kumasi. The players were scheduled to start training with the assistant coach since Scottish trainer Frank Natal is out of the country. But to his surprise, only 4 of the players have reported for the training exercise, with many promising to join the team next week. Henry Wellington further stated that the decision to start training was not made out of vacuum, but instead based on the instructions of his boss, Frank Natal. Coach Wellington bemoaned the declining fortunes of the club, especially when they have a crucial match against Kumasi Asante Kotoko on 24 December 2017. Coach Wellington insisted that the Scottish trainer is not angry with the club and is expected in the country this week to lead the technical team.
All right, so we'll be bringing you updates on pre-season training of all the other Premier League teams, especially now that we know that there's going to be a possible suspension of the league next June actually, because of conflict of interest to make way for the World Cup. Normally, FIFA requires that all leagues would have ended by the time the World Cup will be starting. To avoid conflict of interest, they would have to go on break until the Mundial is over. But Ghana, we're still getting there. But let's move away from there and talk about other leagues, especially the English Premier League. This weekend promises to be a very big one. Manchester will be divided into 2. There will be the blue side and there will be the red side. And the blue side, I'm not talking about the Chelsea blue, I'm talking about the Manchester City kind of blue. And the red is not the Liverpool kind of red, but it's the Manchester United kind of red. The two teams are clashing in the Manchester derby. Here's a preview.
It is without doubt Super Sunday in the Premier League this weekend, with 2 of the world's biggest derbies following one another. First up, Liverpool comes to a standstill as the blue and red halves of the Mersey come together at Anfield, with Liverpool hosting Everton in a rivalry that dates back to the 13th of October 1894.
I'd like to build it up and say it's very big, but I'll be lying at the moment because I think Liverpool are so far ahead of Everton. I think it means so much for Merseyside and Liverpool. But on the scheme of things in the Premier League, it's not that big at the moment because of the gulf in quality of the two teams. Everton are very much struggling.
Surely a derby will lift performance levels, especially within an Everton squad desperate to right their leaky ship. Former Blackburn Rovers and Tottenham Hotspur legend Tim Sherwood doesn't think so.
Normally people say, form goes out the window in a derby, but Everton are going to take a hide in the game on the weekend, and I can't see any other way that they can do it. They can bring in Sam Allardyce, they can do what they want. They're going to be behind the ball, they're going to try and stop. Obviously Liverpool are very potent with their 3-man attack. What they have players who can operate in tight areas and score goals. Their only chance, Everton, would be to get very lucky.
Despite the level of emotion involved, Sherwood feels Everton will simply be overwhelmed by the Liverpool attacking threat.
Listen, they've got the quality, they've got someone like Wayne Rooney who knows what this derby is all about, doesn't he? I mean, he's a Liverpool lad. Obviously spent a lot of his time at Manchester United, but he's blue through and through. And there will be nothing more, and that will be the headline, really. That will be the story if Wayne could do something about it. But that would be a Cinderella story, in my opinion, because I think that Liverpool got too much.
Following that encounter, the top 2 in the league who live side by side amid 2 sets of furiously passionate.
All right, so before I take leave of you, some bad news for Peru, because FIFA's disciplinary committee has banned Peruvian soccer captain Paulo Guerrero for 1 year after he failed a doping test. And the striker tested positive for cocaine metabolite, benzoyl gonine banned stimulants following a match in Argentina on October 5. Now, the ban, which takes effect on November 3, 2017, prevents Guerrero from playing in all domestic and international matches and means the player will miss next year's World Cup in Russia. There's more on myjoyonline.com/sports. Tweet at me at Baba Tando. Your sports is done. Good afternoon.